Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to another edition of the ATL Dreamin Podcast. We are back in effect once again, and we are whole again because I have my co-host back with me. Miss Yakiri, what's happening, girl?
Hello, Edwin and Paul. How are you?
I am well. Welcome back to the show. It's nice of you to join us.
you know, always happy to be back, Ed. Always happy to be back.
Yes. Well, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ATL Dream Podcast, your podcast devoted solely, wholly to the Atlanta Dream. And that's what we talk and that's what we get down with. So we are glad that you are here, whether you are a newbie or whether you are a regular. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to hear what me and Kiri had to say. If you are new to the show, we wanted to let you guys know how to get in contact with us via our socials. So, Kiri, let the folks know where they can find you.
Sure, you can find me on the Twitter, the X, or whatever they're calling it, at Chicks in the Sports without the S, and on the Gram and the Facebook at Chicks in the Sports.
Did you say at the Facebook?
At the Facebook, yes,
At
I
the
did.
Facebook. You can follow me at two places. My personal musings are at Hawks Beat. You can find my musings with the Hawks there. On all the social media platforms. You can find us on X, ATL _ Dreamin Pod. That's where we send out our links after we record. We send out our video link if we have a video link, and we send out our audio link. So that is where you can catch up with us just in case you have missed us. But it is another beautiful day. A lot going on. We have the NBA Summer League basketball, and the Atlanta Dream have a game in about a little over an hour. I think the tip is at 3, or was it at 3:30? You know what time game time is today?
I believe it's at 3:30, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about their game today. We'll talk about a little bit of their game last week. But as always, let's take a look at the WNBA standings and see where our Dream are. Our Dream are currently at 12-8. They lost the one game they played this week against Indiana. We'll talk a little bit about that. At the top of the food chain, you have the Lynx, Mercury, Liberty, Storm, and the Dream. Following them, they have the Golden State Valkyries, Washington Mystics, Indiana Fever, Las Vegas Aces, and the Sky Sparks, Wings, and Stun are the teams at the bottom. And I will say this, Kiri, and I don't know how much WNBA action you've been keeping up with. This league is extremely competitive this year. Like, I saw the Sky take out the Minnesota Lynx yesterday. Shout out to Angel Reese, who's been playing some brilliant basketball. Like,
Yeah.
this league is so competitive this year, right?
Yeah, they are killing it. And just to FYI, I was mistaken. Today's tip off is at 3 o'clock. So it's 3 o'clock
Cool.
gets the Liberty. But yeah, so this league is so very competitive. Like, I look, it's a great time to be a WNBA fan. That's all I got.
Yeah, and shout out to the Sky taking out the Minnesota team, has the number one record in the league.
Mhm,
Never saw that coming. Minnesota is
mhm,
like a well-oiled machine. Angel Reese, to her credit, we all seen uh, the game cover. She's the
mhm.
new person on top of the 2K26 edition for the WNBA. So salute to her. She's been
Absolutely.
playing amazingly, and they got a dub yesterday. I was like, oh my God, like they was really
Yes.
balling yesterday. So salute to Angel, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we see you, Angel. We see you.
Yeah, so it's good to see. We're happy for her success, of course, when she's not playing Atlanta. But this is a very competitive league, and so you got to keep your head in the swivel. No games off. Whether you're playing a team that is near in the Sky or like at the bottom of the standing, so it's like you
Mm-hmm.
can't take anything for granted.
No.
Um, Dreamer definitely not going to do that because they have a tremendous task today that they have to take care of. Um, they are hitting, and I want to jump right into this. They are kind of hitting kind of a little lull, I guess you could say. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're still
Mm-hmm.
fifth place. They're still kind of in that top tier of
Mm-hmm.
NBA teams. And so um Is there any need for their fans to kind of be worried, Kiri, or is this kind of like part of the doldrums of the season? Like, what say you to the fans?
You know what? Let's just be honest. This isn't, a scary time for our dream. I think they're going to be able to pull it off. We do have our own weapons, on both ends of the court. And it's about execution, endurance and the ability to stay sharp in crunch time. So I know they're going to be good. We know our team is going to be good. We just had a fluke, but we will be fine.
Did you call it a fluke?
It was a fluke, but we
I'll
will
say
be
this.
fine.
Um, I don't think Dream fans should be worried. I
No.
think that there's holes in this team, which
Hmm.
is not. I mean, there are holes in pretty much every team. But
Hmm.
when you look at a full season is always like this. It's always up and down. And so, like, I think at your core, you have some really good pieces. Yes, there are
Hmm.
some things that this team still needs from a
Yeah.
roster standpoint. The injury thing is kind of always kind of hovering. They're 5-5. They're playing 500 ball. I said this last week when you were out gallivanting and not coming to work. Um,
Shade.
I said because right now the Dream are on a five. I think it's a 5 or 6 game road streak.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
they're like in the middle of it. Like they're. I think this is game 2 of the road streak. I said if they come out from this road streak with like playing 500. So if it's six
Hmm.
games, if they're able to get 3 of them, I think that's success. Like it might
Hmm.
even be success if they only get 2 because it's hard to win on the road. So
It
we'll
is.
see what they can muster up against New York. Um,
Yeah.
tough loss against Indiana. Indiana always plays this team hard. Jordan
Mhm.
Canada went nuts in the first half. 26 first half points. She ends up with 30. Howard injured her leg again. She was wearing that big old brace. She decides
Yeah.
not to wear the brace, and then she kind of messes up the leg again. And so, like again, the injury bug is always like kind of hovering there. To me,
Hmm.
the story again, the Dream outscored 30-17 in that fourth quarter. Another game where just at the end of the game, they just don't have enough juice, man. What say you about that Dream and Fever game?
Well, look, it was one of those games where the best way I can describe it is Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. I don't know if you ever watched Cobra Kai when
I
he's
know
like,
exactly what
finish
you're talking
them,
about. Me and my son love
finish
Cobra
them.
Kai.
Yes, finish them, finish them. And when I tell you that's what the Fever did, oh my God, I was just rooting for this team. I was hoping in the final minutes that we could just come back because we have seen this team be resilient in those moments. But in this moment, it just didn't happen. But I will say kudos to Jordan Canada. Career high 30 points. I mean, look, in just 3 quarters, including like 6 3 pointers and 8 assists. This was a
Yeah.
statement game for her, even in this loss. But most importantly, she did show some leadership. So I'm just excited that, you had spoke about Jordan Cameron a while ago. You were like, JC, continue to watch out for JC because she's going to show up. And she did just that. So if we can continue that momentum moving into the next couple of games, I think we will definitely be okay.
Yeah. I agree with you. She was hooping. Like she was
Yes.
balling. I would have preferred, and this is just me being nitpicky. I would have preferred that 24 points come on the back end instead of the front end.
I
But they
know. I
needed it.
know.
Like they needed those points on the front end. Especially when Ryan went down for a little bit. They needed
Mhm.
all the points. It was kind of a tough scoring day for Brianna, a tough scoring day for Alicia. And look,
Mhm.
that's just going to happen. You 40 something games in this league, didn't get much production from the bench. And, you know, Indiana's a team you can't do that with. Shout out to
No.
Kelsey Mitchell, who was a
Yes.
dog. Like I know Caitlin Clark gets all the headlines. She gets all the all and we know what it is, right? But that team
Yeah.
goes by Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah.
Like 25 points, her and Aaliyah Boston. That is the 1-2 of that dream. I mean, that Indiana Fever team, and you got to kind of just credit them, right?
Absolutely. Here's the thing, our team, they just totally looked out of sync in the closing minutes.
Hmm.
And Indiana, they just took advantage of that. So, yeah, that's where we have it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you kind of just got to tip your cap. Kelsey Missile drops in 25 points, Aaliyah Boston 19 points, 8 boards. She was big. You mean they have I think that they are better than their record. They won
Mhm.
the Commissioner's Cup, and so this team is
Mhm.
very dangerous at
Yeah.
any point in time. Um a tough shooting night for Caitlin Clark, but again, she's been kind of dealing with injuries all year. And
Hmm.
once she gets to up to speed, this team is going to be very dangerous. So the
Absolutely.
Indiana Fever is going to be a team that the Dream are going to have to be watching out for all season long. And
Absolutely.
you just got to turn the page, man. You got to turn the
Yes, we
page.
do. Yep.
I think that, and before we move on from this game, and I believe I've said this on this podcast before. I think one of the Dreams issues is they don't have enough production from the bench. I don't know if you need
Hmm.
another player. I don't know if coach needs to have more faith in some of his other players. I don't know what the answer is. Let me be clear. But
Hmm.
I think at the end of games, Alicia and Ryan are just worn down. I think they're
Yeah.
tired. I think because they do so much.
Mm.
And so when the fourth quarter comes, their shots are flat because they have to do so much. That's just my personal thought. Do you
Yeah.
have any recollection of why they keep dropping these fourth quarter games?
And you're onto it. And I definitely feel like it just seems like they need to just bring that same first half urgency into those final 5 minutes. And it just seems like they're out of gas, they're out of juice. So yeah,
Exactly.
you know,
And it's not like they don't want to. Like if you don't got the energy, if you don't got the juice, you don't got the juice. And you'll
right.
notice because like your jump shots start being a little bit more flat. You'll start settling for threes, and you just
Mhm.
can't do that in this league, man. It's too tough. Too
Absolutely.
tough.
So yeah.
So it is what it is. Um, we talked about this team being 5-5 in their last 10 games. It's not the end of the world. It's 500. There are many years we would have loved for this team just to play 500 ball, but the
Right.
expectations are a little bit higher, right? They're a little bit higher.
Absolutely.
Um, we talked a little bit about. Did we go? I don't. Well, let me ask you this. I guess from a general standpoint.
Hmm.
Um, and you may have already alluded to this in what we talked about. What do you feel this team needs in order to kind of get their little swag back a little bit?
I just think, they have what they need, but it's just something missing. Maybe tighten up defensive switches, maybe, eliminate some of those costly turnovers. I just
Oh, that
think,
was big against Seattle. But go ahead.
yes. But I definitely feel like, we do have those weapons on both ends of the court. It's just about execution. Like I said, they got to keep on having endurance and have the ability to just stay sharp during crunch time. That's just what it's all about.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I also think that if they can get maybe like another like a signature win on this road trip, that's a long road trip. This is like today's going to be game 2. Let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6 game road trip. Now, it's not
We
like the
do have.
NBA where you're just on the road and you just
Mhm.
kind of stay. Like they'll be able to, because there's like they're playing like 1 or 2 games a week, so you'll be able to come home.
Yeah,
But still, those are a lot of games in another person's building.
absolutely.
If you can get a signature win like on the road, like today would be a great way to get their swag back. And
Of
sometimes
course.
you just need that for your confidence, right?
Mhm. Absolutely. And I think, ultimately that's what it just boils down to, riding on that momentum of a win. So if we could get that W, I think that definitely will help. But then we have that little break in between with the All-Star coming up. So yeah, it's going to be tough for them.
Exactly, exactly. Forgot to mention that the All-Star game, All-Star weekend is July 19th. That is
Hmm.
actually this coming weekend, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
this coming
And,
weekend. So
you know,
um
it's weird to me because I guess it's not weird. With the guys, All Star. What does it start on, like a Thursday, or does it start initially on Friday? I can't remember.
I
How
think
does All
that like like I think it's like a weekend thing. So maybe it's like a Friday
so
to
it's
Sunday
Friday?
type thing. Sunday's the
So the
game.
yeah, so
They have like
it's
All
like
Star Saturday night with like the dunk and the three
right.
point.
So then, okay, so their schedule will be Friday, July 18th, and then Saturday, July 19th. So that's like two, right? 2 days of All Star
Yeah, and
for them.
the game is on Saturday or Sunday. Do you know?
It's on Saturday, July
Okay.
19th. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the WNBA always does their things like the way they want to do
Yeah.
it. And I've had issues with that in the past. Like I still have issues with how the game is marketed and the accessibility to the game. It's like, and I know we're kind of going down a different road, but I just feel this needs to be said. There needs to be more access to this game. You
Right.
want to grow the game, stop putting all of your games on the internet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone doesn't have League Pass, they're not able to watch all these games. You know, you just signed a new TV deal, put these games on TV so that folks can play. Like, there's so many games sometimes that I want to see that I just can't watch. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, you need to
Yeah.
make this more accessible. Get a better TV deal. You have
Yes.
stars. You can sell this product. Take this stuff off the internet. Like, stop trying to make your money off of League Pass. Am I
Yes.
ranting?
Yes. Yes, you are. But no, it totally makes sense because you have some very valid points. And then you have to think about it too, Ed. It's still baby steps with this, right? Because not too long ago, we did air games on the Twitter. Do you remember that? We were
Oh
like,
my
are the
gosh,
games
yes.
on the Twitter? What is happening here? So I think even one time it was on Bounce. Let's be 100. You're absolutely right. These you are so absolutely correct, but baby steps. We're moving in the right,
Yeah,
direction, but just keep moving forward. I think we're going to get there. Just baby steps ahead.
I got you.
Baby
I
steps.
got you. Put the games on Tubi. We'll watch it on Tubi, man. I don't mind the
Oh God,
commercial.
stop it! No more.
Anywho, the Dream are in New York today. Have a tough game against New York. New York is always they always play us tough. 3 o'clock in the Barclays Center. I haven't looked at the injury report.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what the deal is on Ryan. Have you looked at the injury report or anything like this?
I haven't seen an injury report as of yet. I'm checking right now, so we don't
Okay,
have any updated information.
gotcha. I mean, whether we have it or whether we don't, you still got to go and play the game, right? And
Mhm.
you know the one person I talk about whenever we play New York. One of
Go
my favorite
ahead.
players. That's Sabrina. That's Sabrina.
Okay.
That's Sabrina.
Ah,
And I think I may have a special affection for her because my sister's name is Sabrina. And
aw.
you guys know like Sabrina Ionescu is one of my favorite players to watch because she is
Mhm.
a dog. She is
Mhm.
a dog. I hate to
Mhm.
play her, but I love to watch her play against everybody else because she just plays with a tenacity that a lot of folks don't play with. I
Mhm.
mean, and that's not even talking about Brianna Stewart and some of the other players
Mhm.
they have.
Mhm.
If we're talking about keys to victory, what are some things they need to do today, Kiri, to steal a win in New York?
Oh my gosh, they have to stay focused, Ed. They have to definitely stay focused. I think sometimes in those moments, we just see them totally just going to the left. They're not in sync in those crucial moments. So if they could stay focused, I think they will be okay. That's what I think.
Yeah. Currently, Vegas has this game with New York as a 5.5 point favorite, which is fine. I'm looking at the injury report on ESPN, and it says that Ryan Howard is out for today. So
Mm,
I'm not sure who Mexico is going to start in her place. For the
mm,
New York Liberty, John Quell Jones is out.
mm.
And so, I mean, that's a big piece that they're missing as well. So, um, you're going to have somebody going to step up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like somebody going to step up.
there you have it. Yes.
It's the next man up opportunity. Hopefully, Alicia, after kind of an up and down shooting game last game, hopefully her and Brianna can get going today
Hmm.
and make this thing competitive. And when you're on the road, you just want to kind of make it competitive, and hopefully near the end, you kind of want to steal it if you can. New York is
Hmm.
a tough place to play, so
It is. It definitely
it's gonna
is.
be
The
a battle,
fans.
man. It's gonna be
It's
a
going to be
battle.
a battle for sure, to the
Yes.
death.
Hopefully not to the death.
Look, that last game, I'm telling you, I was like, Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai.
Finish him.
Then
Finish
fit it
him.
right.
Oh God. So again, today they're in New York at 3 o'clock. Their next three games are they're going to Chicago on the 16th.
Hmm.
And then like toward the end of the month on the 22nd and the 23rd, they have a back-to-back with Las Vegas and the Phoenix Mercury. So it doesn't get any easier. Like, it doesn't let up. Even though Chicago's near the bottom of the standings, this is the team you can't sleep on. So
No,
these next three games are tough. Get two of them if you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta kind of tread water when you're on the road, when you're on the road, right? So like,
absolutely.
like,
Because
yeah,
it's crazy because even if you think about it, Chicago is a tough one, but they're physical and they're fast.
yeah,
So that's going to be one of those things the Dream's going to have to figure this one out. Yeah, I'm looking at Vegas. Definitely, that's going to be a tough one as well. But
yeah.
we really just need to win a game.
And Vegas is currently like under 500 right now. Like, I don't know
Hmm.
what's going on with that team. They've had a lot of different roster things and issues and
Hmm.
stuff. So that's still a team you can't sleep on. Like,
That's
as long as
right.
they got number 22, you got to watch them. And Angel Reese has been playing out of her mind lately. You have to kind of credit, the offseason when she was working with Lisa Leslie.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's no
Hmm.
like coincidence that she's balling. So you got to keep your
Absolutely.
head on the swivel. No one's gonna be sorry for you because you got your star player out. You got to go out there and ball. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
Have
we
to
will
go.
see.
Yes, you have to go out there and ball. So there was only one game this week. We talked about the Fever game, and I think we're kind of both going in the same direction this week when we talk about our player of the game. Uh, well, this week is a player of the game. It's normally our player of the week, but since there's only one game this week, I don't know how you want to call it. Player of the game, player of the week. Uh, is there anybody other than maybe Jordan Canada that we should consider for the player of the week? I mean, let's
Listen,
keep it.
bro, I was already with you. I was just like, let's keep it a buck. JC, she's getting it. Jordan Canada. I hate to do it to you, but I'm just gonna have to go with Jordan. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I
she
mean,
had
we're
a
not we're
phenomenal.
not gonna like make this difficult here. I mean, she had a phenomenal first half. Those They
Right.
needed every one of those 30 points and more. So,
Yes.
um, we are definitely in agreement with Jordan getting the player of the game, player of the week, and we'll see how it rocks today in New York. Um,
Absolutely.
as far as I've already mentioned the three road games that are coming up. They still got four more games on the road trip, and we will see. As far as next week, um, it's a TBD on the show because next week is All Star Weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to Florida for a little family
Mm-hmm.
vacation before school begins.
I love it.
So
I
yes,
love
I
it.
will be
We'll need it.
In Destin, Florida. So if anyone's in Destin, shoot me some spots and some good places to eat. I'll be there with my family, and I'm sure I'll probably leave them and go get something to eat by myself. No, I was playing. But yeah, man, don't look at me like that. I'm playing.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's a TBD on next week. I'll get with Carrie. We'll figure out a schedule on what to do. But
Yes. Either way, enjoy your vacation. It's going to be great.
definitely,
Time with the
because
family.
the clock is ticking, and
Yeah.
before you know it, gonna be back in the schoolhouse with my
Yes.
students and my
With your
babies
children.
and all that. Doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? So this is our kind of
Mhm.
our last little hurrah of the summer, but everything's been cool.
Yeah. Enjoy and stay safe. Well deserved, though. You needed that vacay time.
Yes, 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 indeed. It is now time for our parting shots. If you are new to the podcast, this is a part of the show where we give our parting shots. It could be sports related, it could be not sports related. It's just a time for Kiri and I to kind of clear our chest before we let you guys go and say what is on our mind. So, Kiri,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go first.
So you know what, Ed, I couldn't just end the show without just mentioning this. I just felt like, it needed to be said because again, we just gave kudos to Angel Reese for her cover with the 2K, amazing shot. But here's the thing, there was a situation where there was a racist, dehumanizing image that circulated online. And let's be clear, that wasn't a funny thing. That was a bad joke. It was hate. It's just, one of those things that we just really truly need to protect the women in sports, period. And of course, as the W rises, so does hate. We have the responsibility to call it out. And these players give everything to the game. They deserve respect and not ridicule. So I just want to say, to Angel and every player targeted just for being unapologetically themselves, we see you, we support you, and we got your back. And that's my final shot.
Excelente, excelente. Why in the world? How in my world am I going to follow that? Like that is perfectly said. Very well, very timely, and I agree 100% with that. That situation has been crazy, and then you had some ignoramus on X, kind of fan the flames again. Like, man, you got to be careful. And so
Hmm.
my parting shot is going to be piggybacking on what you said and being careful where you put your energy into. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
Um, the situation came out, and then, like I said, somebody retweeted or like re-brought it up, and by posting the same ignorant poster, like picture, just made it worse. And it's just like some people love to like always be in the mix of conflict. And I've
Hmm.
said this a lot of times, like, do your best to live at peace with all people, but you also have to protect your peace. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
don't get so involved in it where you're getting mad at people online and who don't even
Hmm.
know you or care about you, so
Exactly.
protect your peace. Like if that's a spot that's sensitive to you, like don't dwell on it because you'll be
Hmm.
mad for no reason and other folks don't be caring about what you think or feel
Right.
about it. So
Exactly.
protect your peace. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Protect your peace by any means possible. And we support you, Angel Reese, and all the ladies of the WNBA who give
Absolutely.
us this wonderful product to talk about and a product that needs to be on TV a little bit more.
There you go.
That's
You
my
had to
part.
throw that in there, didn't
That
you?
is my parting shot. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the ATL Dream Podcast. Hopefully, next time we talk, we're talking about Atlanta Dream victory or two on the road trip. And on behalf of Yakiri, I'm E-dub. We will see you guys next time. Peace and love.
Bye, y'all.
Deuces. Didn't work today.
I know.